Ladies and gentlemen, when I first saw this story about Amy Cooper and not cooperating with the authorities, I thought it was her, but it's not her. It's Christian Cooper, the man that she called the cops on. Ladies and gentlemen, he feels she's been punished enough and he's not going to cooperate with authorities. It's him. And ladies and gentlemen, he's doing that same Brent John thing in forgiving. And see, forgiving has not gotten us anywhere, ever. Not one instance has it been a good thing for us, but it will benefit Amy Cooper, who don't deserve it for what she did. She definitely don't deserve it, unworthy of it. But this is what he has decided. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video so you can listen to this.
Well, here's a twist. The black man at the center of the Central Park Karen story is not cooperating with the DA. So let me take you back and tell you the story. Christian Cooper was out bird watching, remember this, in Central Park, when a white woman named Amy Cooper tried to call the cops on him. She claimed he was attacking her. Christian said he's not cooperating because Amy Cooper has already suffered enough after she lost her job and was publicly shamed. Amy Cooper is now charged with filing a false police report. Lindsay, I got to be honest, good for Chris Cooper for being so forgiving. I wouldn't be. She called and said, the black man's trying to hurt me. I mean, she wanted the police to come out there and do something. And I don't think she was okay having other people lose their jobs before too. So what do you take on this?
Listen, to be to give full disclosure, Chris Cooper is my friend's cousin.
Got it.
So, it's not that he is trying to in any way say that this is not a big deal. He's just saying that she has been punished to his furthest extent, that he cares to keep following this up. He has a whole life outside of this that is not dependent on Amy Cooper and wants to really move on. And that's his main motive. But I think for me, the fact that she's weaponizing the police, even though in this instance, nothing happened, the police never particularly came and said anything to Mr. Cooper that affected his life in any way really dramatically. In this case, sometimes people get the cops called on them and they are harmed and even die. So because he doesn't want to follow through, I think the police have a job to follow through and make sure that Amy Cooper and people like her have a deterrent to not do things like this again.
Yeah, I think this needs to be a law that if you do this, you waste people's time, our taxpayers' money, and you absolutely put people in danger. Jeff, do you have a quick button on that?
Not a button, but let's use this as an example, okay? I'm not picking sides in this story. I'm using this as an example to discuss things. When is enough enough? She's going to lose her job. She's shamed on social media. It's going to take her a while to get back into society, right? Everyone knows who she is now. When is enough enough? And when does it become a teaching lesson? Maybe she's never known a black person. Maybe she's terrified of black people. That's why she did that. Now she's like, what was I thinking all these years? What was my family thinking? Again, this is an example. I don't know if she thinks like that or not. I'm just saying, when do we draw the line? Could she work again? If she works for UPS, is UPS now saying you can't work for us because you had this in your past?
Look, I think
when does it stop?
I think it stops.
And again, I'm using this as an example.
Right. Again, I think it stops begins when you cross a line in terms of legality, right? I love the law. The law is important here. She did something called obstruction of justice. She wasted police time, and that is against the law. And Cuomo wants to make it the Amy Cooper law to make it actually more legislative. So I think once you cross a line and you break the law, you got to have consequences.
Okay, so go to jail.
Right.
Serve 2 years in jail. Then when she comes out of jail, is she back to society? Is she okay?
She served her time. She certainly is welcome to do.
But is that the truth?
Well, what if
you're a company, are you going to hire her?
Well, if I was Chris Cooper, what if something had happened in the police?
Again, this is just an example. You're getting way too specific. I'm just using an example.
Yeah.
When do you come back from that? When does she get a chance to redeem herself? When does she say, I've never met anybody like this in my life, and I was way out of line, and I need to spend more time with black people or people of different culture?
This is the thing.
This
is where I want to jump in because Jeff, she ran a company, or she was very high up at a company. So she interacted with people of color. And that's why it's problematic, because if she stayed in these leadership roles, she's not only affecting life in the public parks, but also at a job, somebody who determines whether someone moves up in a company. And things like that are very detrimental on microaggressive levels that hold hold Black people back. And so, not saying that she can't get another job, but people have to look into the way that you interact with people of color, because that really stifles people in many ways.
And Lindsay, I totally agree with you. And again, I didn't want to get specific on this case because I agree 100% with what happened. I'm just using this as a generalization to when do you come back to society? We're in this call out culture and everyone's pulling, quote unquote statues down. When personally does a person be able to get back on their feet and not look backwards?
When they've learned their lesson. Apparently she's alleged that they have done this before.
Again,
I know not
we're
her.
being very specific. I don't want to be specific. I'm saying for people in the past.
Agreed. But if you are racist in some ways and you get canceled, that's your fault.
For how long?
Until you can prove you're not racist. I don't want a bigot running a company.
I was going somewhere else. So you guys made it very specific. I was talking about myself in this case, but
I didn't pick that.
So I agree. Great conversation. And Lindsay, I hope you didn't take it the wrong way. I was totally being general.
No, I didn't at all. Yeah. I like the conversation. I appreciate it.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to this. First of all, when you say, when is it enough? Well, many of us in the Black community can say that to you. Look, many of you have not stopped persecuting Michael Vick. Michael Vick is still being dragged over some dogs. Let's be real. Y'all haven't gotten beyond that. Look at OJ. Now, I'm not a fan of OJ at all, but y'all still drag the hell out of that. So if you got all this forgiveness in your heart and enough is enough, we haven't seen very good examples from you. So when you say Amy Cooper has had enough, I don't see what big deal that she's been through. She hasn't been jailed. She certainly hasn't been treated like Black people are in this society or through the legal system. So trust me, what she's going through is the mild version, very mild, that we don't even get those kind of benefits of the doubt at all. Even to this very day, we are persecuted just from walking in through a parking lot into a store. Then we got some Karen coming up, starting some crap, and nothing has happened. So we face that persecution every single day in this society. That's why I can't feel for the Amy Coopers. And Christian, he's, like I said, he's doing that old Negro adage of forgiving. We've seen that a million times. And let me tell you, it has never worked out well for us. It has never been in our best benefit or interest to do all this forgiving. It has never been a plus or benefit for us. Not once all throughout history. So, ladies and gentlemen, this dude can do what he wants, but this is exactly what we are fighting against. There can't be no accountability if you are always forgiving. And his action of not cooperating with the DA is just another way of saying he forgives her. It's the same damn thing. Now, if I'm off base, you'll let me know in the comment section. But I'm sorry about the forgiving thing. I haven't seen much forgiveness going on for the crimes that Black people have committed and served their time, and they're trying to move on. Where's the forgiving for that? I don't want to hear from you, man. I'm serious. But y'all, please tell me what you think. I'm not with Christian Cooper on this one. I'm seriously not. I think he would have been better off just keeping his mouth shut on this one. This woman tried to call in your death. That's what she did when she jumped on the phone with the police. She tried to call in your murder. And the way I see it, there is no forgiving for that. And as far as that white dude talking about when is it enough? When is it enough? Well, we can use that same argument on many of you when it comes down to Black crimes in this country. When is it enough for us? And it was so badly rigged up. Not only do we see these yearly exonerations, y'all had practice in the workplace not to hire many of these Black men that had a criminal history, but you would hire white men with criminal histories, but you wouldn't hire a lot of Black men with criminal histories. So y'all got a long-standing history of not forgiving when time was served, especially if that person was part of the Black community. But when it's Amy Cooper, when is it enough? When is it enough? Are you for real? Really? Apparently, whenever the DA in New York says it's enough, that's when it will be enough for Amy Cooper. Because, see, the DA can still go after her. They can, and make an example out of her. In fact, the DA have set up a phone number in New York for people to call if this same type of incident has happened to them. They want those people reported for calling in these fake police calls just to get a Black man, woman, or child harmed or even killed by the police. And the fact that she did that, she knew exactly what she was doing. There is no apology that can make up for what she did. We know what police do to Black people historically in America and continue to do even to this very day. So I guess I'm not in a forgiving mood for that. But Christian, he can do whatever he wants, you know, and you can best believe you as a Black man, don't even be shocked if it happens multiple times to you in New York. Not the friendliest people up there, especially the ones like Amy Cooper. I've been up to New York multiple times, and some evil ass people live up there. Not all. I got family there, and I've met some nice people, and I have met some really rotten ass people from New York. Look, Trump is a New Yorker. Enough said. Please leave your comment and subscribe. And Rudy Giuliani too, y'all. Muster that one up. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.